Today we're looking at the cheapest green loadout on CSGO. So, to start off the list, we have the Glock 18 Nuclear Garden in Field Tested, which on Steam goes for around about $2.97, whereas over on Skimport, who I recently got affiliated with, so if you want to buy any of these skins, use the link in the description or the pinned comment. But yeah, on Skimport, you can pick one of these up for $2.91, so a tiny bit of savings, not a crazy amount, but yeah, overall, a really solid Glock. Then, switching over to the CT side, we have the USP-S-FLASHBACK in Factory New, which you can pick up for $1.10, or over on Skimport, save yourself just over 10% and get it for 98 cents in total. And I mean, guys, the USP-S-FLASHBACK, obviously there are some other nice ones, but remember, this is a budget video, so that's why I picked the flashback. For the P250, we have the P250 See You Later in Field Tested, which on Steam goes for $2.98, or over on Skimport, you can pick it up for $2.40. And I know I used this skin for the best green loadout, but honestly, I just think the P250 is such a good skin. It's also a covert, and it's literally less than $3 in Field Tested, so you really can't go wrong with it. The design is really cool, and you can get it for a really good price. So, yeah, it has to be on this list. Then for the Desert Eagle, we have the Desert EAGLE-METEORITE in Factory New, which you can get on Steam for $1.87, or over on Skimport, it's only a tiny bit cheaper at $1.83. So, yeah, I mean, not much for savings here, but hey, it's still really cheap, and yeah, probably the best budget green dig in the game. I mean, that's if you want to call it green. I mean, it's slightly greenish compared to other skins, but honestly, the only real green dig is the Emerald Jormungandr, so yeah. Now moving over to the SMGs, we have the MAC-10 Nuclear Garden in Field Tested, which on Steam you can pick up for around about $3.88, whereas over on Skimport, I mean, there wasn't actually any listed, and the past two sales kind of varied quite a bit, so I don't want to recommend a price for here, but if you have to, just get it on Steam. It, you know, goes with a green loadout really well. It even matches your Glock, so that's another cool thing. But yeah, overall, just a very solid MAC-10. Then switching over to the CT side, we have the MP9 Old Roots in Factory New, which you guys can pick up on Steam for 66 cents, or over on Skimport, you can pick it up for 53 cents. Then for the final SMG, we have the UMP-45 Delusion in Factory New, which you guys can get for $1.34, or over on Skimport, $1.42. So yeah, I don't know why it's a bit more expensive, but I've literally just used the same skin from the last video, guys. So if you've seen that, then yeah, you'll see that I've used the UMP-45 Delusion, and for whatever reason, it's a bit more expensive on Skimport at the moment, but I'm sure you can find it cheaper. If not, though, remember, just get it on Steam. It really doesn't matter too much. Now for the Scout skin, we have the SSG-08 Spring TWILLY in Factory New, which again is another skin that I used in yesterday's video. And on Steam, you can pick this up for $1, or over on Skimport, you can get it for 78 cents. And I mean, guys, for a green loadout, you really can't get a better Scout skin. So yeah, that's why I picked it. Now moving back to the T side, we have the GALILAR AR Eco in Field Tested, which you can get for $3.49, or over on Skimport, you can pick it up for $3.27. And yes, in yesterday's video, we used Minware, but then obviously this is a budget video, so I'm going for Field Tested. Then for the FAMAS, we've got the FAMAS-MEOW 36, again in Factory New. This is the exact same skin that I used from the best green loadout, and on Steam, you can pick this up for 60 cents, or over on Skimport, you can get it for 55 cents. And yeah, I mean, overall, out of all the FAMASes that you can pick from, this checks every box for a green loadout and is a very budget skin. Now onto the main T-side rifle, we have the AK-47 Green Laminate in Minimal Wear, which on Steam goes for $6.86, or over on Skimport you can get it for $6.74. However, that is going off the latest sale, so you might not actually be able to find one which is as good on Skimport. So yeah, if not, just use another site or just buy it off of Steam. Then for the M4A1S, we have the M4A1S Flashback in Minimal Wear, which you can pick up for $1.55, or over on Skimport. Again, this is, I don't know, maybe it's just green skins, guys, but this is $1.65 on Skimport, so it's actually cheaper on Steam, but it's still a very good budget skin, and yeah, that's why it's on the list. Then if you're an M4A4 player, we've got the M4A4 the Battlestar in Minimal Wear, which you can get for $5.10, or over on Skimport, you can grab it for $4.26 if we check the latest sales. But this isn't even that green of a skin. I mean, it's just, as I say, guys, if you watched yesterday's video, there really aren't that many good M4s, whether it's the A1S or the A4, that are green. So, yeah, Valve, you need to get on it. Now for the final weapon skin, though, we have the AWP-PIT Viper in Minimal Wear, which you guys can pick up for 62 cents on the Steam Marketplace, or 52 cents on Skimport. So very budget AWP skin, and of course it fits, you know, the cheapest green loadout. Like, there's no doubt about that. And yeah, I mean, you could even put like a nice little sticker on the scope if you wanted to. So yeah, that's why I picked it for the list. Because you guys have been requesting gloves for these videos, I've chosen the Broken Fang gloves Jade in field tested, which you guys can get for $105.73 on the Steam Marketplace, or just a tiny bit cheaper over on Skimport at $104.14. I mean, guys, these, they're just a nice budget pair of gloves. I mean, a lot of the other green pairs of gloves are a lot more expensive than these. So, yeah, if you're trying to, get a green loadout on a budget, these have to be on your list. And of course, guys, we can't just end on gloves. So for the knife, I've decided to go with the Shadow Daggers Gamma Doppler in factory new, which you guys can get for $120.68, or over on Skimport, save yourself quite a bit of money and get it for $104.11 if we look at the latest sales. And I mean, honestly, guys, I know I'm not a massive fan of the Shadow Daggers, and I know a lot of people aren't in general, but honestly, the Gamma Doppler Shadow Daggers aren't that bad. Especially, if you get a decent phase, which, may be a bit more expensive than these, but yeah, overall, Shadow Daggers, Gamma Doppler, they actually don't look too bad in my opinion. So, yeah. That completes this cheapest green loadout video. In total, guys, this loadout with everything would cost you on Steam $260.43, or over on Skimport, you could pick it up for $236.09. However, guys, if you want to save the money and you don't want to get the gloves or the Shadow Daggers, you could pick this up on Steam for as little as $34.02, or over on Skimport, even cheaper at $27.84. So literally under $28 for this loadout, guys, which is insane, especially considering there are some skins that you could get on Steam to make it even cheaper. So probably around about $27 overall for this green loadout if you just, were on a budget, you didn't want to blow the bank and spend 9 grand like I showed in yesterday's video. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you agree with this list, if you change out any of the skins, and also if you want to see the cheapest yellow loadout, click the video on your screen right now.